on trasna ganella shin court of we agus kenach moron larger down well town court of we tiltige
chance agus an puck series the bolt go donna e Conor McGrath as mach or go in shot agus a robot to go jess and shell force ag Conlon ach he got shot to David Herty off Irishin agus bolt mach Herty shell forchig Jackie Turl agus Jackie og Glanamach throw Lord the park Berta Fanatus come down Clare Jubisha Patrick Donlan Joshua Donlan is your score Oslin Chan the goalies current check Cam more or the position but majestic Patrick Donlan Harris Rasnon
Conor McGrath go mas a céad ní sé róhas sadala bit nach le man salán ruig tak agus an cúlíd an ó Cian Dillon. Gá ceann caiite ag Conor McGrath san sa óna ríd an ó tacht an bak an sinna sin mórí ag tacht raig in an Sean Collins.
So na mórí taketeach Sean Collins bantamach Mark Fantanis was Shelvig TJ Reid and Reid Sugar Michael Fenley Bolger Glihanish and Bolger Fenley it was the Bolger Jastic Verlor Parket Michael Fenley Ords and reached Golan Fortige agus titan Slitteroy and Tom Troy Curry Trastan Giro Kudulish and Shell Fosaka Brendan Bugler Giro Shell of Alarash Chip block all looks at reached Dennis Kilkenny Goni Fanat Trin agus been Kieran Joyce a bola or does Kieran Joyce a bola with Jess Harry Trasnon Och goal in Etrinish John Mulholland agus he butcher stachige just shot agus Colin Ella agus tá Colin sin fortig match road far rinne chudinjo so ní Colin is na for
left na himmer in the Helvig Pat Flory Nero Adam Martha far Kyle Chuine Killian Buckley and so Choma cohort agus Killian. The crowd enjoyed that. So did you, I'd say?
Yeah, look, it took us a while to get going. Weather conditions didn't help either team. It was a bit sloppy, but look, that was always going to happen, and we're delighted to come through this. We said in the very start back in January that league final was the aim. All these matches mean a lot come championship, and it's better than training. A league final against either Cork or Tip now is what we want to look forward to in 2 weeks' time.
What about the half-time chat? I'm sure it was interesting.
I know, like, look, Brian is the same every half-time. He leaves it up to the players, and leaders stood up in the dressing room there today, Larks and Paul Murphy, Hoagie and the boys. And look, Cody leaves it to them until later on in the year, I suppose, we'll see. But for now, it's all being led by the players, and that's great to see in the dressing room from the older lads.
What about the second half improvement, though? It was great, I suppose, to see not only the 15 who maybe hadn't performed fully in the first half being able to do so, but also Brian able to empty the bench and get a very comprehensive and comfortable victory at the end.
Well, like, it's not only 15 trained, there's 30 of us trained there every night, like, and the lad who came on there last, and the lads who weren't even there, we have a lot of injuries that was important there today. They were standing up in the dressing room as well, and yeah, it's great to see more lads coming through, and we're all pushing the big lads for places, and hopefully there'll be lads pushing for places at the right time of the year as well, and sure, that's what we want to push on from here.
Alright, good luck in the final. Okay, Ton Banish Dorling.
High standards, but Brian Cody leads another Cats team into yet another league decider. They have won Kilkenny by 120 to Clare's 14 points.
Yeah, well, it took them a while to settle into it, but Kilkenny getting the job done in the end. Eddie Brennan, there was a bit of a lack of buzz about that game. It never quite got going. I'm not quite sure whether that was because of the delay in the start of the match with not enough turnstiles being open and that and crowd trying to get into the game. But Kilkenny won't worry about that. Did enough?
No, they just did enough today. I think we kind of commented that Clare, I suppose, didn't challenge like we thought they might, but they just done enough to get over it, and you know, they were able to score a little bit easier, and they're where they want to be. I suppose the league final would have been Brian's target at the start of the year, and there's a few lads getting a taste for good competitive matches, and there's another one coming up for the Richie Dials and Paul Murphy again established him. Killian Buckley, another fella that's appearing in the league final in a few weeks' time. I know
Eddie can't say too much about it, Michael, but Kilkenny, playing in maybe third gear and still managed to make a league final.
Yeah, it was. You'll have to say it was a poor game. I expected a lot more from Clare, but Kilkenny just physically, I think, just overpowered them, like they do to a lot of teams. Clare were in it until maybe 10-15 minutes into the second half, and then Kilkenny just pulled away. But when you consider they're missing Henry Shefflin, Michael Rice, Richie Hogan, Aidan Fogarty, Noel Hickey, Eddie and Michael Kavanagh and John Dalton and PJ Ryan gone from last year, like an awful lot of very, very good players missing from the setup, and yet a few lads able to come in and show a bit of leadership again today, a few young players.
You were talking about this, Eddie, during the...
bhhaing bheith ag immert an lá seo cuaing agus bhí an bua going agus Tommy sásta.
A raibh úna ort faoi go raibh an clár cho garadíh faoi letham. Bhí sé anna chorm sa chéad le.
Well, bhí an gaon leidir agus bhí is again go méid Clare ag immert go hana leidir agus go méid sé anna Jack ar fadoing. Ach sa dáile lenimar réig agus bhí mar níos fearr sa dáile.
Bhí níos mó fócus is dólam sa bhuireann sa dáire le. Naon tóhallam raibh na lads beidir beagánín cinnte go mechan buacha gan an obair chuiristeach.
Dúidir bé ní raibh. No, ní raibh ar chur bé. Fuair an bhá tá Clare. Bhí sin ag gríthe agus bhí sin ag déanamh a níl job a dhéanamh dóibh féin. Agus bhí sé Jackar doing ach sa dáile formar an cool béidir sin an scór top go formar.
A bhaine sibh heimpel an chluthe eile inis Corcaigh agus Tibredar nó?
Tá méid tú leis an chluthe súla go méid cléán bhatha agus feice míad céimiad ag immert i gcuine an lá se cuing.
All right, go riile Brian Cóhart agus Latsa.